when in doubt, start embracing the flux. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody wants you to believe their thing and endorse their thing and believe what they believe because they believe it's going to make things simpler. And there are loads of people will want you to talk about this subject, that political movement, or this terrible tragedy that's just happened. And you know what happens? You miss the beautiful things in the world, like this glorious weather, beautiful stately homes, the English countryside. It's all there waiting for you, you see. But a lot of people, I don't know why, I think maybe it's instinctive and built into us to want war. But there are certain things that if you focus on them, I'm sorry, but it poisons your soul. And when you're in this constantly depressive sort of woe is me state, you can't do anything meaningful. If you're angry, all that you are going to create is more anger. And I honestly know when you say it and you hear it out loud, it sounds weak and it sounds feeble. But look at all the people that are constantly pushing for you to be aware of whatever political or cultural issue you're talking about. And it doesn't do your soul any good, and it doesn't make you useful to the people who want peace in the world, who want to actually do meaningful things. You have to be able to learn to focus, and you have to learn to be able to not be sucked into the whirlwind, because it is a whirlwind. The whole point of all of the various issues that people whine and whinge and complain and despair over, it's so that all that can only become your reality. It's the only choice that these people want you to focus on. And it's so destructive because people cry out in disgust that they can't stand all of these things. And they want to end human tyranny and they want to end human injustice. But it's all that they talk about. And the thing is, everybody has a place. But what I want for you in your life is to be able to be as still and as peaceful and as useful as possible. And even in your whole life, if it's one person that you connect with, that you have a really fantastic rapport with, that enriches your life, that to me is far better than talking about men pretending to be women in swimming competitions, because all it does, it plants seeds in people's brains. So it's all that they can think about, and they're dreaming about it all day, and they're thinking about how unfair the world is, when all that people are actually doing is focusing on really niche things. And again, I come back to this same point. Talking about is not doing anything about. You have to learn to be able to distinguish between talking points and distractions from actual meaningful activity. And I'm not saying that there aren't sinister things that go on in the world, but you have to start from a point where you're not being a hypocrite like I was talking about yesterday. You can't start off from being a hypocrite by trying to sort out everybody else's life and not sorting out your own bullshit. You have to start from a point of peace and joy and stillness. And I'm going to conclude on this point. Stillness is not inactivity. What stillness is actually having your own thoughts and your own emotions regulated, in check, so that you are able to focus on the things that matter and actually make a genuine difference in the world.